don't forget today, as we record this, Samantha Markle and Meghan Markle's attorneys are duking it out in Atlanta because Samantha wants the appeals court to see in her favor that she can move forward with her defamation case. So there are definitely plates breaking in Montecito today. I know that's so cliche to say, but I mean, we obviously know she spends a lot of time in her kitchen thanks to with Love Megan. So I
Hi,
think
Megan. We know you're watching. We know you're watching. Hey,
exactly. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure which way they're going to fight in court today in Atlanta to try to get that appealed so that Samantha can move forward with the defamation case, but the judge won't make a decision today. Like it'll be a few days from now. And apparently it's seen by multiple judges and they'll determine. But, Meghan could go to court. Meghan could end up having to pay her sister out for damages. So I don't think it's been the year of the Markle Sparkle that Page Six tried to prepare us for at the end of 2024.
the Markle Sparkle, which like that came from Meghan Markle, right?
Well, I do believe it came from Meghan Markle, but there were Meghan talks about how racist the UK is. There were signs all over Sweet Windsor the day she married Harry that said, Markle Sparkle, and all of the people celebrating, all the racist Britons celebrating Meghan.
Right, lining the streets,
Yeah.
hundreds of people
That were
deep,
paying for it, by the way, that were paying for this godforsaken wedding, this godforsaken union, Meghan's second wedding.
cheering them on, looking at this young modern couple with a biracial American actress, and what a breath of fresh air, But like, it's just it doesn't work because I think that Meghan's true resting nature is in victimhood.
Yeah.
It's in you either have to valorize her, and no amount of compliments are enough because like you can pay homage, you can kiss the ring, but you also have to acknowledge her victimhood.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think at the end of the day, the ultimate problem was I think she's incredibly sensitive and insecure. And I just don't think she could handle how her own insecurities. Paul Burrell talks about in his new book that she was livid over seeing Catherine's living arrangements compared to her.
Hmm.
And it's like have a little patience, and don't take everything so personally. It's like just chill out. But I something you said just reminded me of when you were talking about the Bloomberg interview and the
Hmm.
word salad. Like the fact that she keeps saying she didn't have a voice. She has one now. She's had one for 5 years. And you talk about the victimhood. We've talked about how she's basically let go of all of these causes that were
Hmm.
meaningful to her years ago. What has she done with that voice? You have it. You're free to talk to whoever, whenever. What has she done with it that is meaningful at all since she left the royal family?
This is such a great point, and I think she keeps returning to this. I didn't have a voice, I don't have a voice, but now I found my voice and I get to use my voice, and that's so exciting. Watch what I say next because now I'm using my voice. I'm using my voice. Yes, she has vocal cords. She has a voice box. It's operational. It works. But the problem is she doesn't have anything to say. It's
Yeah.
the difference between hearing somebody and actually listening to somebody. Like you can biologically hear what they're saying, but your attention can be elsewhere. She opens her mouth and words come out, but they are content free, and it's because she doesn't know herself, and what she does know of herself, she does not like.
Mm.
She probably doesn't like it any more than we do. And so we get this useless B-roll of her walking through a bookstore with Emily. Again, the cognitive dissonance. The Bloomberg interview. This is one of my favorite places I'm taking you to. My local bookstore. I love it. Oh, what are you reading? I don't have time to read.
Oh my God.
So
It's
you're telling me
insane.
you hang out in a bookstore on the regular, but you're not reading, let alone buying books? What are
I
we
mean,
doing
just say
here?
the summer I turned pretty. It's what all of us are talking about. I mean, just give the bare minimum answer. No, that is insane. And then she denies getting political. She's like, well, I haven't been getting political since blah, blah, blah. It's like, no, it wasn't the last election, but the election before. She literally sat on the Time 100 show on ABC and through, some choreographed verbiage, told everybody to vote for Joe Biden. Do you remember that? It's like,
I
actually, you are
do.
still getting political, girl.
Remember when she and Harry released, it was during COVID. So everybody's in lockdown in their small homes, and these two are in their, garden the size of Central Park doing a video. Uh, and in the video, Megan's telling us how important it is to vote
Mm-hmm.
and how
Yes.
important it is to use our voices and our and like like America fought a war against your husband's country
Yeah.
for the right to vote. I think we know,
We got
Megan.
it. We got it.
I think we got
Also,
that memo.
in that, for her to say she hasn't gotten political, because she references the Larry Whitmore show that she was on, and then she's like, "Oh, I haven't gotten political," and blah blah blah. And it's like, actually, you did an event with Michelle Obama, Kamala Harris, and Stacey Abrams and Hillary Clinton. Not only did you get political, but we know exactly what side of the aisle you're on, based on you are who you associate with, and based on that, like, why does Emily not push back? If you're not prepared to talk to this person, and if you're going to ask them specific questions, be prepared to know the backstory behind them so that you can challenge that person and say, "Oh, that's interesting, because I remember when you did the voting event, the digital voting event with Kamala and Michelle Obama and Hillary." Like, but no pushback ever, no pushback whatsoever. It's just, I can't watch those. You and I are paid to do it for work, but I cannot watch those interviews as a consumer. And why does a boss in a newsroom not go, "This is garbage"?
I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, what was really uncomfortable, if I didn't have to watch that thing, I would have tapped out 5 minutes in at most. Emily sits there, and the desperation coming off of Emily for Megan to like her is
Ugh.
embarrassing. It is embarrassing. And Megan starts insulting Emily, who's lobbing softball after softball. And she says to Emily as they're having their smash burger, she goes, "Oh, you've got a lot of burning questions, don't you? Emily, find your spine. Tell this woman, hey, I'm sitting here trying to give you publicity for your failing business. You won't give us the metrics. Okay." And to your point, when Megan's like, when Emily asks about, this is coded for MAGA, Trump, etc. Are there things you wish you could say that you're just dying to say or do that you can't? And Megan's eyes go black and the mask slips. Megan is pissed. She's so angry. And she's like, no, no. If I want to say something, I say something, and I don't want to say anything anymore. And then she's like, "Oh, I did Larry Wilmore. I can't believe I did Larry Wilmore. As you said, calling the Paps up in Canada." And she's like, Larry, Republicans lost the female vote by 12% last year, and that is a lot."
Yeah.
Like, oh, okay, so you Wikipedia'd that and you memorized it and you put on your red lipstick, and now we're a political genius over here. And I just wish, if Megan had, again, a shred of authenticity, she would have answers at the ready for questions such as these. And it would be something akin to, "Oh, that famous Michael Jordan quote, 'Republicans buy Nikes too?'"
Yeah.
Yeah, like, I'm in a lane now where I'm trying to talk to women across America, no matter what their political affiliation. And I've been humbled by that. And I've learned that nobody wants to hear it coming out of my mouth. So I've decided to zip it. But she's
Mm.
never going to zip it.
No, you're right. I mean, that would have been such a likable moment if she would have said, like, "Look, I'm trying to appeal to everybody." That would have been an
Mhm.
honest moment. I wish I could remember the outlet. Maybe you remember the outlet, but Megan, when this outlet started, they did a launch at South by Southwest where Megan was at, like the 19 something, and it's a female driven media outlet. But maybe it's an interview with them. But if you watch interviews with Meghan Markle when she first moved to the States, and everybody was doing a lot of digital videos, and Meghan was doing a lot of digital interviews too, she did an interview with this outlet, and maybe she's an investor in them as well. But she talks about some of the books she reads. And I remember thinking, like, "Oh God, she's really trying to sound impressive, listing off all of these books that she used to talk a lot. I'm reading this book, and it was about the women. Actually, I think I know exactly what it was about. She was reading a book about women fighting for their right to vote. And she was talking about this. And it's just so strange to, maybe she has truly changed, but part of the reason, and we say this every episode, is that lack of consistency and authenticity. Either you're this woman who is reading books left and right, and you just are eating up all of this knowledge, and it's making, and that we know you're smart because you're reading these books, and you're telling us you're smart because you're taking away these points from these books, or you're walking through this bookstore going, just don't have time to I just have time to read. I've got flower sprinkles to sprinkle on everything on my TV show. It's like, who are you? That's why no one can stand you. It's because we have no idea who you are.